Hi, my name is Nina and this is where I live with my family. Our house is a heritage house. It might be well over 300 years old. We haven't got all the documents in yet. We are still looking for maps from the 1600s. We have had a few experts coming here and looking into it, and we know for certain that in 1805 this house has already been standing here. But could it be even older? Could it be 100 years older than we think it is? That's still for us to discover. In this video I will be giving you a tour of our home, because that's what you do when you invite people for the first time to your place. Before we enter the house, let me tell you a little bit about this area where we are in the south coast of Finland. So we are located a brisk walking distance away from Fiskars village, which is an old ironworks village founded in early 1600s. A really charming little place with approximately 600 people living here all year around. And you might recognize the name from a company, Fiskars, that makes these classic orange scissors that are virtually unbreakable. If you want me to do a better tour of this village, let me know in the comments below and I'll show you around. So apart from these idyllic villages and small towns that can be found scattered in the area, this whole region is predominantly countryside. So it's farmlands and forests. You'll get the best idea of this area if I show it to you from a bit higher grounds. This is the best 360 viewpoint that there is, and it's pretty close to our home. It's definitely not the most difficult climb, but the hill is high enough so that you'll get a glimpse, and probably this is a good representation of Finland altogether. Okay, here we are now on top of Puominna Hill, and this is what it looks like. That's the sea over there. We live somewhere there. Woohoo. One of the reasons why we decided to move from the city to the countryside 3 years ago was these things: to be able to live close to nature and within short distance be able to go to the forests, swim in the lakes and just spend time in our own garden. And the garden was one of the things that we fell in love with when we came here for the first time. This is a 2 hectare or about 5 acre property. Might not be able to call it a garden as in the traditional way we think, with lots of planted flowers. It is more of an overgrown secret garden that has been forgotten for quite some time. We have started clearing it out and will continue do it, and I will be giving you a better tour of it and telling a bit more of it in later videos. Now let's go inside the house. Hei! Tulitpa sinä siihen? Tulitpa sinullekin. This is Smetana. She really loves to be on my shoulder, and she hangs there for as long as I let her. This is our cold porch. The temperature here is as cold as it is outside, so usually we just take our clothes off and rush inside. But from here you will also enter our bathroom. In there we have a eco toilet, so all the waste that's created here is recycled back into the garden, and all the grey water is actually filtered here on the property, and then what's left, it's drained to the ground. So nothing is going to waste. The first thing you see when you enter the house are these stenciled walls. It's a replica of a pattern found within the walls when the previous owners were doing the restoration work downstairs. So this is the porch. Let's now go this way. This part of the house is completely cold. We are not heating it up at the moment. That's a very common thing back in the days with big old houses. You could leave them unheated and nothing would happen to them, the way they are built with the materials they used. So we are testing it out also. So the dining room and the bedrooms are right now out of use, so to speak. We do storage things here. Our clothes are still in the bedroom, but we are sleeping and living in that part of the house at the moment. This room has no electricity even, so that it's pretty authentic to its era. It's only lit with candles and the fireplace. Each room has a unique fireplace, and they are actually our main source of heat in this house. So if we want to keep the house warm, that's what we are heating up. From the dining room, we can enter to the warm part of the house. And when you enter, the mood changes. This is a little hallway that is in between our library and kitchen. So this is where we sleep this winter. When the spring comes, we'll move our bed back to our bedroom and take a couch in here. My husband has an office space upstairs, but if it's too cold, then it's nicer to be downstairs. And then finally, this is our kitchen / living room for the moment. Our kid is sleeping here, right next to this enormous stone oven that we use both for heating and baking. It's a very traditional oven found in most old houses, and they are really good because the heat is retained in this big pile of stone and released slowly into the rest of the house. Now we toured most of the house and seen a few details that makes this house unique and a bit special. But there's still a lot more to see. For example, all of our upstairs that we are still renovating, or our stone barn. And below our kitchen floor, here's the old type of refrigerator before refrigerators were even invented, but we have sealed it up for the moment because there was so much cold air seeping in. And it is exactly these details that makes this house a heritage home. But I never explained to you what is a heritage house. They are structures that have cultural, historical, aesthetic or architectural value that is worth protecting, and they are usually protected by law. There can be restrictions put in place, for example, on the choice of color for the facade, or some smaller things like the detail on a carving on a door or something like that. And our house is marked as a museum in the property register, so it's a real museum that we are living in. We feel quite special to have it, and we of course hope that by doing all this work here we could make sure that this house is still standing after 200 or 300 years from now. So now time for me to thank you for watching, and if you have any comments or questions, just leave them in the comment section below and I will try to answer all of them. But I will say goodbye to you now and hope to see you in the next episode. Moi moi!